there are some stages of sharing information. Because you just don't share information for the sake of sharing.
True.
Because this is also one channel of mental stress. Because when people have information about you, which is very critical, they are the same
feel
people.
naked.
Yeah, they are the same people who may also use that information against you.
True. The things that happen in private, let's say, and you are friends. You could as well have been husband and wife, and you married, very, very good friends, family. Why should they get their way out there in the open?
Let the person go. They did you wrong and you feel like you can't stand it, let it be. Because I mean, what is more, what when you take another human life, then that's a choice you've made. What kind of future are you looking at for yourself?
Just friendship. It could be you changing careers.
Yes.
It could be you changing your comfort zone now.
Yeah.
You'll get uncomfortable before you start to feel comfortable.
Always
so comfort in discomfort may be, just the best thing that can happen to you.
It causes growth.
It causes growth.
Yeah.
And you know this better than as much as I do.
Yeah. And when you look at it this way, we can always change our strategies in life.
Yes.
But our objective is the same.
Can remain the same.
So your strategy in growing or your strategy in your life's choices can always change.
True.
Like the vehicles, we've already talked about it.
Yeah.
When you're driving at night, it's night.
Yeah.
The vehicle will only but shine probably 5-10 meters.
To the length of its strength of light, right?
Strength of light.
Yeah.
But you can travel from here to wherever at night.
Yeah.
Because despite the fact that you shine the headlights
can only go so far.
But you can move that distance.
See so far.
Yes, you can only see so far.
Yeah.
But you can move the distance. That is why you can go over the hills, down the valleys on the road.
You don't stop somewhere because the light is cut off at some point.
When you meet a bump, you brake, change gears. That is you changing your strategy in your journey. At the end of it all, your objective is clear that you want to go to that kind of destination. So this is the kind of mindset that we need to start changing and embracing.
Yes.
And it starts with us. Let us start highlighting on the positives that are happening in society, as well as shedding a light on the negatives.
Yes.
But let us pay more attention on the good things and the good people.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be the big people in society.
It doesn't need
Let's
to be
applaud
the
them. Give people flowers.
The names that we're used to.
When there's
enough, we were having a conversation at some point in time.
Yes.
And I think we had that conversation with you, and later on I had the same conversation with my friend.
Yeah.
What do we do to empower each other? We are always pulling each other down by saying that there was a test I saw.
Yeah.
They had number 1 to 10.
Yes.
And then it was multiplication. 2 times 9 equals 17. You realize I said 17. Then the rest of the 3 times 6 is 18, like that.
Yeah.
From 2 to 9, all those were correct. But number 1 was wrong.
Yeah.
And everybody quickly saw number one. They never, before you saw that there were 8 out of 9 were correct.
We highlighted.
And we highlight all the negatives, you know, building on what you say. We highlight all the negative, the toxic. How do we lift each other up, you know? Even in small words, like you're doing an amazing job, even to your children.
True.
Are we quick to tell them the wrong things they've done? Or are we quick, do we tell them the positives? Do we reaffirm them? And that not only to your children, to even your peers, even your parents. You know, we blame our parents for all the things that have happened to us now. Really, at some point in time, we have to let it go.
True.
You have to let it go.
True.
And then there's something else. Do we sit down and willingly be mentors to the young people? Willingly mentor the young people? Do we sit down and actually willingly say, I'm going to give my time? It's a very precious thing. But do we give our time to talk? And building on just what you're saying, giving your time to talk to these young people. Do we mentor? Do we take time to pass along? I mean, you're successful in your career. You're probably earning quite a bit of money. You've built yourself. You've taken several purposeful steps to get to where you are. Are we doing?
We are too busy driving.
Yes. Are we taking time to sit down and say, these are the lessons I have learned? You talked about the book called Atomic Habits. There's one I really love, the 5 a.m. Club. There is one I'm reading now by Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. This is somebody who sat down, took their time and said, I'm going to share my knowledge with the world. So the little knowledge I've gotten from all these books, am I going to sit down and pass it along to somebody? Tell them, these are the pitfalls I had. These are the successes. This is how I managed them. And maybe you help somebody along their path. And that's mentoring, not only our peers, but also the young people. And
trust me, when you do, as you have said, and I'm happy with the 5 a.m. Club. That's,
I've read that too.
Sharma. Amazing. Robin Sharma. The eye of the lake is one of those analogies that he uses. And of course, the rose flower. He says the guy that gives out the rose flower has a bit of scent remaining in his palms.
Exactly.
So if you go out to mentor someone, if you went out of your way to possibly influence someone positively, trust me, you won't come back empty.
You come back better.
You come back better, you come back more satisfied, and you're feeling, you know, the feeling of achievement, and you learn something out of it. You don't remain empty. Trust me, your brain doesn't go with a few cells missing or brain cells missing.
No.
Trust me. So very, very profound. And so it ideally just means that if we do seek for these connections and we went out of our way to hold a hand, you know, with positivity, you know, positive energy, there's a lot of positivity that remains in us or builds on us. And so it's very, very critical. And I mean, issues that are affecting the society as it is at a level where we are families or the basic unit of the society, and or when we gel with each other to form the community that we live in, can be made, you know, a lot better, and we can lessen the burden of our individual shoulders if we were to share. And that sharing also goes, up to and until the point where we are able to, you know, take, share in the conversation that we have on this platform, you know, and you know, take it to the next level by basically commenting, you know, giving us that critical feedback. And obviously, if someone is missing out on this kind of rich conversation somewhere there, then you can pretty much share with them. This is given for free, and as we've discussed with my panelists here, that there's a bit of scent that's going to be remaining in your palms if you are to go out with that rose and hand it over to someone else. This is the rose that we're discussing, and the discussion right here is basically us giving out that flower that the society would need to possibly lessen the burdens of the challenges that we go through today if we just shared our problems, and if we negotiated our, you know, ways and means of living our lives in a way that will rearm us with value systems or morals that are able to stand the test of time. Trust me, if we were to go on navigating the business of life with broken compasses, could be those warped value systems, could be what we just talked about in terms of us measuring in what is actually really minor and do not make sense in society, or if we just normalized the bad things and rationalize them in a way that will make them seem very, very normal. Trust me, killing each other is not normal. Trust me, if you are to hurt someone because they hurt you, that's not normal. If you are to go out of your way to bully someone, if you are that kid, is not normal. If you are to be the guy who's very, very okay with someone being overly corrupt and doing all the bad things to society, that's not normal. If you're the person that's going to be sitting there and you're watching this and you're saying, hey, that's a lot of nonsense because they're talking about me. If you want to remain in that comfort zone because you are the guy who's possibly trying to make it quick and engaging in all those bad things, then that's not normal. I say that with all, humility, because I care. They say no mistake in this society today is personal and private. Everything that you make, every step, every action that you take in the society today will have a direct and a public impact on someone else out there. Not washing your hands or scratching your own personal nose may mean that someone else is catching COVID if you are having that. Not taking keen effort in raising your child very, very well today may mean that they're going to bully someone else's kid, or they may be a very bad delinquent in the society today, and that means someone else's kids or someone else's family is on the line. Trust me, the conversation can go on until cows come back home. We'll end it there today, but trust me, this is something that's going to be going on for the longest, and because we are sharing in the big sea that the society is today. Remember to follow me on my socials at Byron Adera, and we have
see you
Kingsley.
Crime Shield. You can follow us on our website www.crimeshield.org, on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter and Instagram at Crime Shield Security Limited. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And to you?
Well, I have very various names. All of them from my village. Nyaseme Kombewa on my Facebook, and then Miss Renee. Instagram.
Yeah.
Let's share in this conversation, and don't hesitate to reach out. Don't.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. I'm really humbled. It's been a lovely night. Trust me, it's really deep in the night right now, but the fire has kept us going. And as I said, this is what we call Duol, and because Duol raised me to who I am today, Duol is low for the traditional fireplace where the old men would be sat there, seemingly sleeping, but they are spewing. Whenever they called upon, they'd be given, that steady stream of wisdom to us. This can be figurative for those meaningful WhatsApp groups. This can be metaphorical for those meaningful associations that we can forge, aided by the technology that we have in our hands today, for meaningfully engaging. And that is something that can take us to the next level and make us live easy, so others, or live simple, so others may simply live. So at Byron Adera and Adera B Panther on Facebook, the conversation is going to continue on until all is done.